Signal here was 6872, so scooped this lot out from underneath where the sod was and expected to find a another little button, but it's not. I'm sure there's not a button. It looks like a coin, very very thin, and copper, I'm sure. It is a coin. I think it's a farthing. Yep, there's is that Britannia on the back? I think it's Britannia on the back, but I think this is an old one. I think this is possibly even George the First, sorry, George the Third or George the Second. It's very worn. I'm going to give this a bit of a clean, and I'll come back in just a moment. Yeah. So this is a coin. It is a farthing. Is the Britannia on the back with the two arms raised, and on the front, very very faintly, I can just make it out, is a right facing bust of, I'm pretty sure that has to be King George II, which would date this to around about the first quarter of the 18th century, so we're looking at probably 1720s thereabouts. Well, that's a really nice find. I very rarely get farthings here anyway. In fact, I very rarely get farthings full stop. But yeah, say it's a shame it's so worn, but it might come out better once it's been cleaned properly. Well, 82 signal here, and it came out in the sod. I chopped this from the bottom of the sod and it came out of the side there. There's the imprint, and here is the find. Now it is, I think it's a coin. It looks as if it's been broken. It's quite thick. I wonder. Right, again, I'm going to give this a little bit of a clean and see if I can get any detail on it. I'll come back to you in a few minutes. Well, difficult to tell. There doesn't appear to be any detail on it at all that I can see at the moment. But it's certainly got the look. I think I'm going to have to put this on as a possible Roman coin. Which will be the first that I've found here, and grot or not, I'm quite pleased with that. So, right, we'll check that out later, but may or may not be. So we'll see if we can get that one ID'd. So this one, again, an 85 signal, and I've taken this out from underneath the sod there. That fell. Now this again, it looks like a coin, quite possibly a sixpence again. Oh, it's very thin, very very thin. Right, again, I shall try and give it a little bit of a wash. But I don't know, that looks very thin for a sixpence. Right, back in a minute. Okay, I've given this a bit of a clean. I have to say it's not a sixpence. Very, very little detail on that at the moment. It might get a bit more once it's dried, but I'm pretty sure this is a hammered copper. So this could be 17th century, 16th century. I really don't know. Right, I'll see if I can get some detail on it later on. Another coin here. This one was quite deep compared to the rest. It's 7 inches there. Looks like a halfpenny. Part of the imprint there. I think it's a halfpenny. Yeah, it's quite an old one. Very, very worn as well. Okay, not sure what it is, what monarch it is anyway. I'm pretty sure it is a halfpenny. Good 85 signal here, quite deep, and we came up with this one. Now, it is a button, quite an old one though. I think this is quite possibly, well, 17th, maybe 17th, but certainly 18th century. I don't think it's any later than that. I don't know if there's any pattern on it, but okay. Quite a nice little button. Right, another good 85 signal here, and yeah, not too deep, sort of 5-6 inches maybe. And this came out from underneath the little sod there, and oh, where are you? Okay, so we have, there we go, a bit of scrap by the look of it. Maybe not. Maybe not. There seems to be some markings that I wonder. Very small, but I wonder if this is another Roman coin. It's not too far away from where that other one came up. Okay, well, we'll check this one out, but quite possibly a second Roman find here. Fabulous. Right, let's keep moving. This one was another 85-86, and good 8 inches down. This rain has made a huge difference in the depth I'm getting. Okay, this one looks like another lead weight, possibly a lead token, don't know, but okay, it's round, it's lead, maybe something on it or not, we'll see when we clean it up, but does that look like, yeah, it looks like something on there. Anyway, might be my imagination. .64 signal here. So I dug it out expecting a button, and in fact, yes, it is a button, but it's relatively old for here. It's a Tombac Button, so it's 18th, early 19th century, and no pattern on it, I don't think. It's just plain, but there's the imprint from where it was. And yeah, another nice find. Cracking 87 signal here, and hardly surprising. Look at the size of this. But this, it seems to be shaped. I think this might even be an axe head. I really do. We'll get some of this muck off it later on and see if we can get a clearer idea. But it certainly got the look of one. I don't know. Could be a really, really cool find, that. But all right, let's get it cleaned up. If it is an axe head, I suspect it's very old. So 67 signal here, and this one was quite deep. Again, it's you can see there, good 8 inches down, and I lifted the find, which is here, and it looks like another button, Tombac button, quite fancy, but I think from what I can see on the edge, okay, basically plain in the middle, but it has got a pattern around the edge there. I think that's a coat button. The wire shank's missing, but yeah, another nice Tombac button. And again, 18th to 19th century. Another 84 signal, and you see that, look, another 8 inches down, and we have another coin. Now, again, I believe it's a halfpenny, quite an old one, I suspect. Very little on it, if anything. I really don't know. No idea. But this is a halfpenny. And maybe if we get some of this muck off and it dries out a bit, we'll be able to ID it. Could quite well be another George I. It's that thin, but don't know. We'll check it and see anyway. An 83 signal again, and right down the bottom there, look at that, good 8 inches, and we have a little pulley wheel, which I'm going to go with probably 19th, early 20th century. I've had these before, and very much the same. Okay, we'll give this one a good clean up though, and yeah, alright, nice little find and different from the run-of-the-mill coins. Right, so working my way back through the fields, back towards the van. Sun's going down fast, and okay, got a 91-94 signal here, and it is 8 inches down. It was 8 inches down, and it's now here. And what this is a harness fitting. Had these before. This is broken. That's generally a circle, but yep, okay, probably 19th, 20th century, early 20th century, thereabouts. It's a nice little find though.